It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
What is up, heroes of Dominion? My name is Charlie. This is Hero Wars Central, and in today's video, I want to talk a little bit about the Forgotten Treasury event and the Celestial Skins. It is a pretty high return on investment event, and I want to direct your attention to a couple of links in the description box down below. The first one is a link to the Hero Wars Guide spending calculator, spending page. You can see that this has got a 79% return on investment. More on that in just a second. And the second link in the description box down below is a link to Hero Wars Guide's YouTube channel. Go give him a sub if you have not already. Now, before we jump into the event itself, I want to talk about these three skins. I personally don't think that any of these three skins are priorities, no matter how cool they look. The Fafnir skin armor, I think it's a little bit lower priority than the other skins. Health does modify Martha's abilities, but she already ults very slow and she's already pretty tanky. So if you're not surviving against Zhu lines, then maybe invest in the skin, but I think it's also a lower priority. And Nebula getting armor. Nebula getting armor is pretty good. I think this pushes her outside of the range of Dante. Nebula boosted Dante, in fact. Obviously, Nebula boosted Dante doesn't matter with armor. It just has to do with Dante's armor penetration, which I think is still lower than Nebula's. So this should help keep her alive against those lines, though I think armor is also a low priority for Nebula. Now, because this event is still active, it is hard to say whether or not these skins are going to be permanent, but you can purchase them for 5,000 skin stones. It doesn't say limited time only, but if you're wanting to get this skin later, you can still potentially buy it with 5,000 skin stones. So I wouldn't FOMO or fear of missing out into purchasing this for $15 because you think the 5-day event is going to be the only time to purchase this skin. All right. So with all that being said, this event is one of those where you get the resource. In this case, it's Archaeologists Tools, and you turn over the items for the different prizes. And this is what makes this event so tricky as far as your investment, because these rewards are pretty good. Titan skin stones you can't easily get unless you're a higher ranking guild in Guild Wars. Greater insignia, always good, especially choice of greater insignia. Those are going to help you rank up your ascension ranks, the high ascension ranks, because this is the violet insignia. And then of course, chaos particles. These are 7 emeralds each. So that's a good amount of chaos particles that you can get for turning this over. Personally, if I can get these two right here in a given run, I will refresh the board. These two are the things that I'm really, really looking for. I've had a lot of time to invest Titan skin stones into my Titans, so I'm less worried about getting that, that bump of 5,000 skin stones, though events in the future will ask me to level up Titan skins. So those will be good to have, to hold on to, if you will. Now, as far as the tasks for this event, there are 8 tasks, and this is a 5-day event. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to Hero Wars Guide spinning calculator. You can see, like I said, 79%. And I think that this is actually a flawed number. Not that his math is flawed. I think the math is great. I think this website's one of the best Hero Wars Dominion era websites that exist in 2023. But the return on investment doesn't really take into account the rewards that you can get, the random nature of the rewards. Are you getting a good amount of chaos particles? Are you getting a good amount of insignia when you turn it over? And there are a lot of other good rewards in this little task right here. You've got all kinds of ascension, random ascension materials, stuff to level up your dark and lightness titans. Never mind the elemental tournament certificates, big money blue balls, all kinds of great rewards in here that you're going to get. Some of them obviously are better than others for different players, but this 79% is tricky. I think it's actually lower than what it should be. I think it should be much, much higher. And how you use this calculator, again, link is in the description box down below. You can see the line graphs here of all of the tasks. So you want to use this to determine breakpoints. Now, what do I mean by that? So let's take the spend energy task, for example, here. Let's say then in the 5 days, you're able to spend 2,500 energy. All right, you can see that if you spend just a little bit more, 3,500 energy, that's 1,000 more energy than you did before, the return actually spikes up pretty high. You can see that this is a 644% return on investment as opposed to a 0.77. I guess this is how much you can spend if you spend every bit of energy you get for free for the event. So that is kind of, that's one of the breakpoints. Another one of the breakpoints has to do with the tower chests, right? If you're not going to open 120 tower chests. They're in this 5-day event, and you get 15 tower chests for free, by the way. You have to pay for the extra 30. There are 45 total in each tower if you pay the emeralds for all of them. If you're not going to get the full 120, then you might as well not go above 100. Does that make sense? Because you don't get any more value really aside from what comes in the tower chests, which you can open extra any day of the week, during any event. You don't get a ton of extra value unless you're jumping all the way up to the 120. Same thing for the adventure. Starting a 7th adventure in those 5 days is really where the value starts to kick off. If you're stuck at 4 or maybe 5 adventures because you get 1 portal charge per day, and you can't quite get to that 7th adventure, then maybe don't worry about spending extra portal charges on this event. All in all, I like this event a lot. I like these styles of events. It seems like you get a ton of good materials just for, actively playing the game. Say what you will about the order of how these things are turned around. I enjoy doing this. I really enjoy the random nature of these, even though they're probably not actually random. It's probably all in a nice order. Now, on top of that, you have bundles like we always have. Don't forget about the pay-to-win side of the game. And you also have the discounts. You have discounts on hero artifact chests, discounts on Titan summoning spheres, discounts on Titan artifact spheres, big money blue balls, and discounts at the Astral Seer. Are any of these discounts enough for me to jump into spending emeralds on those? No. I would still rather spend emeralds on Outland chests. Okay, there is a task to spend emeralds during this event. Spend emeralds. There's a task to buy emeralds and spend money, but the task to spend emeralds, I would rather spend on Outland chests, or maybe even potentially tower chests to get this task right here complete. But I don't know if spending emeralds to complete this task is a better return than just spending the emeralds opening more Outland chests for skin stones. And certainly none of these discounts actually incentivize me to spend more on Titan summoning spheres or hero artifact chests. I'm just going to let the game, the day-to-day rewards that I get for playing the game stack up, and I'm going to spend them there. Now, a common question that I get a lot is the big money blue balls, the bad luck protection for spending emeralds at this altar. Does the discount does the discount adjust the amount of emeralds that you have to spend in order for the next totem fragment to show up in the bad luck protection? And the answer is no. The number of emeralds that you have to spend is a set value. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then I'll show you what I mean in just a second. If there's a discount or not, the amount of emeralds that you have to spend at this is set. It's whatever the value is, it is a specific value of emeralds. It isn't adjusted by the discount at all. So don't spend extra on this if you're not planning to, because it doesn't actually help. It actually hurts you towards building up that bad luck protection. Although I guess you're not really spending the extra emeralds and you can use those to buy more. So it ends up kind of washing, I suppose. But if you are curious about how the bad luck protection works with totem fragments, with the random totem spheres you can get at end of seasons and all of that, check out the video that's on screen right now. It breaks down all of the mystery behind the altar of the elements. If you found this video helpful, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I love you all. Good luck in Dominion.